Mr. Mayor.
Good morning, Charlie.
Paper this morning, Mr. Mayor?
Charlie, you know I don't read the morning paper. I'll pick up a Clarion from you tonight.
I thought maybe you'd want to today your pictures on the front page.
My pictures in the Gazette?
Yeah. It says, Mayor Philbrick begins his last 6 months in office. Then it says, very thankfully the people of Morgan City will only have to put up with this
Shenanigans. Yeah, that's enough, Charlie. I'll take it.
They've been going like crazy this morning. Everybody must sure like your picture.
Yes, they certainly must, yeah. Oh, Charlie, how many of these do you have?
About 20.
20. I'll take them all.
You will?
There you are.
Gosh, thanks a lot, Mr. Mayor.
You're certainly welcome. Oh, no.
Mr. Mayor.
Not right now.
Mayor Philbrick. About
You
that
don't
job.
have to wait till later. Mitch, accountants are very hard to place. Besides, they need you down at the Department of Water and Power.
No, they don't. They don't need me down there at all. Look, Mr. Mayor, you promised you'd find something else for me.
Yeah, well, I see my assistant.
But I've seen Mr. Becker. He always tells me to see you.
Oh, does he? Well, see me in a couple of weeks.
But, Mr. Mayor...
Goodbye, Mitch. Good morning, Gertrude.
Morning.
Becker.
Morning, boss. Say, this sure is a good picture of you in the paper.
I don't want to hear anything about that picture in the paper.
Oh, sorry, boss.
Anything this morning, Gertrude?
Yes, the ladies from the Art and Music Society are in your office.
Yeah, they want to show you some more sketches for the art gallery. I tried to brush them off.
You try to brush them off. Becker, I do the brushing off around here. Besides, they require special treatment. These are influential ladies. You gotta handle them with kid
You're
gloves.
spending a lot of money for an art gallery in an election year. Boss, you're already in enough hot water with the voters.
Tell me about the hot water. I know about the hot water. And don't you call me boss in front of these ladies. Now, you just keep your mouth shut and I'll handle this. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, good morning. So nice to see you. And Maggie. Maggie, you always look so... What have you brought me today, then? Oh, more sketches for the proposed museum. Oh, I see you've made little... Oh, they're lovely. I'll tell you, ladies, it's really... Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, that's really top it off.
Bernard, we can count on you then, Bernard.
Yeah, well, I think, as you know, ladies, in my 12 years as mayor of Morgan City, I think the record will show that I have done everything in my power to encourage interest in the cultural arts. As I said on the very first day that I took office, I said, as a servant of the
Bernard,
people...
we want this to go through.
Oh, you want it to go through, yes. How much?
Oh, you don't have to worry about the money. We'll raise it.
Oh, well...
All we need is 25 acres of land. That's your part of it, Bernard.
25 acres? Well, land is awfully high, Maggie. I don't know that I can get the council to put it up.
Oh, we've already picked out a spot.
Where?
And a beautiful location indeed.
Where?
Oh, I'm sure the council would approve.
Yes, I'm sure. Where?
The zoo.
The zoo? Oh, well, just a minute, ladies. The zoo is a landmark. Maggie, I can't go around tearing down landmarks.
Really, Bernard, we expected your help.
Oh, I'm not saying that it can't be done, but...
Think what the Mayor, Bernard J. Philbrick, Municipal Art Museum, can mean to the children of Morgan City.
Well, the Mayor, Bernard J. Philbrick Art Museum. Well, not very many people go out to that zoo anymore. I mean, just a few children once in a while.
Yeah, and they can't even vote.
No, they can't even...
Well, Bernard,
Well, I'm sure I can convince the council. Although I might just give you a little word of advice. You see, the council doesn't meet until late in August, and I think it would be wise if we kept this from them until just before they met. Now, that way we can avoid any backlash of sympathy for the zoo.
When it comes time for publicity, my husband's newspaper will back you completely.
I'm sure the mayor is aware of the strength of our support.
Yes, and very gratified for it, too, Maggie. Very gratified. Well, ladies, this should be quite a boon for our city.
And a boon for your administration, too.
I'm not worried about that. The museum is the important thing. Goodbye, ladies. Goodbye. Thank you. Well, Becker, the Mayor Bernard J. Philbrick Municipal Art Museum. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
I guess so.
What do you mean you guess so?
I can understand them naming it a racetrack or something like that after you, but an art gallery?
Don't judge people by yourself. I've always been a student of the arts. The arts. Besides, that gives me just what I need for the next election. A cause.
A cause?
Yes, a cause. There's no election with a nickel without a cause. Why, those women will be running around. They'll be gathering money. They'll be promoting the museum. They'll be plugging it in the newspapers. Pretty soon people are going to think that is the biggest thing that ever hit this town. And there I'll be, right in the middle of the crest of the wave, riding it right into another term in office.
That's pretty good thinking, boss.
Well, of course it's good thinking.
But the only thing is, what if people object to the zoo being torn down?
Well, now, why would anybody possibly object to a thing like that? That zoo has been going downhill for years. All it has to do is continue at its present course for a few more months. And with old Al running the place, we've got no problem there.
Don't you remember? Old Al's retiring.
Well, you didn't tell me that.
Well, you signed an okay on it last week.
Well, how do I know what I'm signing? You keep shoving papers under my pen. I don't... When is he leaving?
Monday.
Monday. What are we going to do?
I've been working on it, boss, but it's hard to get anybody cheap that knows what he's doing.
We don't want anybody that knows what he's doing.
Oh. Well, that puts it in a different light. We know a lot of people who don't know what they're doing.
Wait a minute. I've got just the man. He's perfect. The worst possible choice.
But Mayor Philbrick, I don't know anything about running a zoo.
Well, you don't have to. You'll get to like it. I mean, you like animals, don't you?
Well,
You had a dog when you were a kid?
well, yeah.
See, there you like animals.
Everybody had a dog when they were a kid.
I never did.
I'll ask old Al to stay on down there for a while until you get acquainted.
Look, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I just have no business at the zoo. I mean, I don't think I'd like it at all.
Well, we all can't do what we would like, and I don't want you to underestimate this. This is an administrative position. You're going to be a department head. Why, it's a stepping stone.
A stepping stone? To what?
We'll go into the details later about that. Becky, where is the contract?
Look, Mr. Mayor, I don't want to disappoint you, but frankly, I've kind of found a home down at the Department of Water and Power.
Well, let's put it this way. You found a new home. And as you said, you wouldn't want to disappoint me. Would you?
Nancy? Nancy?
I'm here in the kitchen, Mitch. But don't come in, the floor's wet.
Guess what happened to me today?
You're gonna run the zoo.
How did you know?
It was on TV.
It was.
Mitch, how'd you ever let them do that to you?
I don't know. The mayor called me at the office, told me to come right over. I got all excited. I thought he was going to make me city manager or something. I never felt so let down in my life. Me at a zoo. I can't believe it.
Hi, Dad.
Hi.
I heard about it.
Yeah?
Sorry.
Well, I mean, there's nothing to be sorry about.
That's Ralph. He gets so impatient.
Ralph. That's all I need now, Ralph.
Hi, Ralph.
Hi. Hi, Mrs. Collins. Mr. Collins.
Hi, Ralph.
Ralph.
Sit down, Ralph.
Thanks a lot. Gee, I'm sorry about the news.
Look, everybody doesn't have to feel sorry. You'd think I was gonna die or something.
Oh, Dad, it's just that you're a good accountant. But running a zoo...
Well, it's not so bad. I mean, it'll give me a chance to get out in the open air, and I've always loved animals. I even had a dog when I was a boy.
Well, I guess that does help.
Besides, it's not going to be forever. I mean, the mayor said I should consider it as a sort of a stepping stone.
A stepping stone to what?
He didn't say.
Oh.
Mr. Collins, my dad always says that a person will be a success if he does what he really likes. And as long as you like that sort of thing, well, I'm sure you'll make a success of it.
Thank you.
Come on, Ralph, let's get a sandwich.
Ralph has confidence in me. Isn't that wonderful?
Dad? Gee, Dad, how lucky!
What?
Running the zoo, Dad. That's even better than being the governor.
Well, I don't know about that.
Congratulations, Mr. Collins.
Well, thank you, Rosemary.
Yeah, congratulations.
Jimmy, thank you.
I can be your helper, okay, Dad? You always said I was your best helper. Remember, Dad?
Well, I guess I will need a little help.
Gee, Dad, you're terrific. See, I told you you'd let us help. Come on. See, I told you there are a lot of animals here.
Yeah. Good morning.
Hi there.
We didn't mean to barge in, but the turnstile out front,
That turnstile was broken years ago. I never did get around to fixing it. Say, you must be the new zoo master.
Yes, I'm Mitch Collins, and this is my son, Noah.
I'm Casey. Al Casey. Everybody just calls me Old Al.
Hi, old Al. What's the record player for?
Oh, that's the call of the wire to make the animals stir up. We gotta keep them worked up for feeding time.
Well, why don't you go ahead and eat your breakfast first? We'll just look around.
This is not my breakfast. It's for Gummy.
I never heard of a lion eating oatmeal before.
Perhaps you'd never heard of a lion as old as Gummy.
What are you doing?
I'm taking his blood pressure.
Does he have high blood pressure?
No. Low. Mr. Collins, what zoos have you worked for before?
Well, actually none.
Oh, you're a zoology teacher.
No, actually I'm from the Department of Water and Power.
He was an accountant.
You mean to say that you've never studied animals? Or worked in a zoo? Huh. That's interesting. You can have 6 cooked carrots in the morning and 6 in the evening, but no more. Will you remember that, son?
Sure, I'll remember everything you tell me, old Al. Does the camel have a tooth problem, too?
No, his problem is more digestive.
You have a few health problems here?
No, not really. When you think of the ages. And now, for the hot water.
Hot water? Well, what's the hot water for?
Okay, Pancho. Come along, old fella. I know you don't like a cold bath, so we'll give you a nice warm bath. In you go. Go on, go on. Come on, let's go. There's someone else I want you to see.
They found him out in the woods suffering with pneumonia. I brought him in and I finally cured him. There he is. You know, there's a doctor's book in the office. I think you might find it real handy.
Wait a minute. You mean I'm going to have to take care of these animals when they're sick?
Sure. There's no money for a vet or anything like that. I suppose you just have to learn.
Well, I don't know if I want to learn. I mean, this is all crazy.
Crazy?
Well, yeah, I mean, the animals are all old or sick or both. What kind of a zoo is this?
It's a very good zoo. Of course, the first couple of days are going to be pretty tough. But after you solve a few problems by yourself.
By myself? You're going to stay on for a week, aren't you?
Well, the mayor asked me to, but I told him I couldn't.
Well, when are you leaving?
This afternoon.
This afternoon? You're leaving this afternoon?
Aye.
I've had it. I'm sorry, but I've had it. This is the wackiest zoo I've ever seen. Lions with high blood pressure, camels with no teeth. This isn't a zoo, it's a hospital.
Gee, couldn't you stay for a little while? Dad's awful nervous.
I'm sorry, son. I can't.
Why not?
Well, you see, the animals have got to learn that you and your dad are going to take over. But the longer I stay here, the longer it'll take them. So, the sooner they change over, the sooner they'll be relying on you. Instead of me.
You'll come back again, won't you, old Al?
Sure. I'll come back again sometime. I hope.
It says, once a week to be sure to retape Henry's horn.
Are you sure that's Henry?
Sure, Dad. He's the only one with a broken horn. It says, but be sure to get to know him first, 'cause he acts kind of funny sometimes.
He's looking kind of funny at me right now.
I'll get it, Dad.
If it's for me, I'll take it. Okay, easy boy. Ho, 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 ho. Ho, ho, ho.
Hello? Yes? This is the Morgan City Zoo. Dreyfus who?
Dreyfus Backus. You know that old farm up on Red Hill Road?
Oh, yes, I know.
Well, we got an emergency. Got a pelican holed up in my barn. Police chief told me to call you. And look, bring all the help you can get. This bird's the fiercest thing I've ever seen.
We'll take care of it, Mr. Backus. Don't worry about a thing. Bye. Come on, Dad. We gotta hurry.
Hurry, what are you talking about?
It's an emergency. The chief of police said to call us. The fiercest bird he's ever seen. Come on, Dad.
Well, how are we going to catch the bird? We don't have any help.
Well, maybe we can get Ralph. He's probably at our house. He always is.
Ralph? All right, but next time I answer the phone.
Come on, everybody. It's an emergency. Come on.
All right, Noah, what's the emergency?
We're going to catch a pelican.
All right, now, Noah, you get the stuff out of the back of the truck. We'll meet you out back. Let's go. home. Who's boss?
Get him off of me! Don't move! I don't have anywhere to go!
Noah, come back here.
Here, you hold the rope, Noah.
My gosh!
Look out,
Noah.
Stay back, Noah.
Be careful, Mitch.
Hey, what do we have here, Mitch?
Scott, what are you doing here?
Well, the police chief called up the editor, and the editor wanted some pictures.
Hey, don't print that!
Neat. It's on the first page.
Yeah.
Ralph, you look terrific.
Yeah, Ralph, it's kind of hard to tell whether you're afraid of the camera or the pelican.
I think I'm gonna get sick.
Oh, don't be silly. You look perfectly all right.
You know, Mom, if Ralph's going to get sick anymore, I just wish he'd get sick before dinner. Hi, Mr. Collins.
Hi.
Hi, Mr. Collins.
Oh. Hi, Larry. How are you?
Oh, fine, fine.
What brings you out here?
Well, it's not me, it's Mark. He wants to donate his raccoon to the zoo.
I don't want to donate home to nobody.
You understand how it is, Mitch, living where we live. It's almost impossible.
Well, I'm sorry, Larry. I mean, we're just not equipped to take any animals. We got enough trouble with the ones we have.
Hey, just a minute, mister. Now, you just took a pelican off a farmer's hands yesterday. What do you mean you won't take our animals?
Well, you see, that was an emergency.
You don't think this is an emergency?
Well, I just think it's wrong to take animals away from kids. I mean, they love them.
They could visit them, Dad.
Well, I guess we could handle a few.
At long last, the long-dormant Morgan City Zoo has received a shot in the arm. A shot in the arm by the name of Mitch Collins. Mitch was recently appointed by Mayor Philbrick as zoo director. This is probably one of the mayor's best appointments in the past year.
Gee, and this is the afternoon paper. That's the paper that's supposed to like you.
I know the afternoon paper when I see it. Just keep out of this. The new animals taken into the zoo will be cared for not only by Mitch and his son Noah, but by neighborhood children. It's going to be a real community project, so we urge everyone, bring your pet animals to the zoo where they can be enjoyed by all.
Yeah, I never thought Mitch Collins would turn out like this.
No, you never thought. That's why we have Mitch Collins in the first place.
Well, you selected Mitch Collins. I didn't.
Now, don't you try and throw the blame on me. Don't stand in front of my intercom either. Yes?
Mrs. Hardwick is here to see you, Mr. Mayor.
Oh, I'll send her in. Oh, would you get out of my way? Everywhere I want to go, there you are. As if I don't have enough troubles. And now this battle axe breathing down my neck. Oh, look at Maggie. Maggie. So good to see you, Maggie. I was just talking about you a few minutes ago to Becca, wasn't I, Becca? I was saying, I wonder how Maggie and the ladies from the Music and Art Society...
Bernard, have you read the paper?
The paper?
The article about the zoo.
Oh, the zoo. Did I read anything in the paper about the zoo, Becker?
Yeah, we were reading it just now.
Yes, I do recall seeing something in there about that. That was a most unfortunate piece of journalism.
You're quite correct. Publicity for the zoo is exactly what we don't need. Oh, I hope you were right in selecting Mitch Collins to run it.
Oh, Maggie, I can vouch for him. I've known him for 14 years. Believe me, he's a born failure.
I hope so. This art gallery means a lot to me, Bernard.
Oh, and to me, too, Maggie, to me, too. Now, you tell the ladies not to worry. They've heard the last of the zoo. Oh, I'm going to nip this thing right in the bud. There are people here, Becker. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Oh, young man, excuse me. Is Mr. Collins here today, do you know?
Sure, he's always here. He's in the zoo office.
Oh, yeah. He's always here. Why doesn't he phone in sick once in a while like the rest of the city employees?
Well, boss, he's only been here 3 days.
Mrs. McLaughlin, how are you today?
Just fine, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah, isn't it a lovely day?
It's our first time here. The baby just loves the zoo.
Oh, yeah, that's little Susie.
George.
Oh, George, yes, of course. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, hoochie goo. Oogie woo. Ee woo woo woo. Woo woo woo. Oogie. Oogie woo. Gucci goo.
Well, I think I'd better be going.
Good day, Miss McLaughlin. Good day. I'll handle the uchi-guchi going around here.
Sorry, boss.
Becker, this is the sort of thing we've got to put a stop to. All these children are staring in cages. Why aren't they in school?
Well, there's summer vacation, boss.
Well, did you ever hear of summer school? Now, look at this. Look at... What's the matter, little boy? Huh? Little boy, this is your mayor speaking. What's the matter?
My kitty got into there and I can't get him out.
Well, it serves you right. You should leave your kitty at home. He shouldn't bring his kitty to a zoo, for heaven's sake.
But my father made me bring him.
Oh, your father. His father made him. I'll get your kitty. Never mind. Get away. I'll handle it. I'll get him. Don't worry about it. I'll handle the whole thing. Here, kitty. Come on, kitty. Here, kitty. Better get this thing off of me.
Dan, it's a wildcat.
Here, get it. Oh.
Gee, thanks, mister.
Did it hurt your hand?
Did it hurt my hand? It sunk its teeth in my hand, didn't it? Did you ever have anybody? Did it hurt my... Oh.
Oh, hi there, Mr. Mayor. How are you?
Don't you, how are you, me?
What happened?
What happened? One of those juvenile delinquents that you encouraged to bring animals to the zoo.
Bet him.
One of the children?
No, his bobcat bit me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll bet you are. Collins, I want you to get in line.
What do you mean?
You're an accountant. I sent you down here to balance the books, to cut costs. How are you going to cut costs if you keep bringing new animals in to feed? Becker, what's our weekly budget for feed? Hurry up.
$40.
$40. I'll bet you've gone over that right now.
I think I have.
I think you have. I know you have. You got $40 worth of lettuce here alone. How are you going to cut costs if you're going to run a boarding house for every animal in town that people don't want?
Well, I guess that means no new animals, huh?
That's exactly what it means, unless you can figure out a way to feed them.
Right.
Let's go, Becker. Get out of the way.
Boy, no new animals. The kids thought we were going to have the best zoo in the whole world.
Enough money to feed the animals. Don't give up yet, Noah.
Mitch Collins announced today that through the very generous donation of a patron, the Morgan City Zoo has come into possession of a kissing bear. This stellar attraction should add considerably to the growing crowds attending the Morgan City Zoo. Things couldn't be worse. How do you explain a thing like that?
Well, Maggie, Unfortunately, up to now, I've had to delegate authority to my assistants, but I'm going to get into this myself from now on. Well, there are such responsibilities and nobody that you can count on. It's not easy being the mayor of a city like this, Maggie.
Yeah, but it's a lot better than that job you had down at the dairy.
Would you keep out of this?
Bernard, it's time for clear thinking on this matter. Now, you've approached this entirely the wrong way. What we really need is to have Mitch Collins on our side.
I guess you're right, but we can hardly tell him our plans for the zoo. He might accuse me of
double dealing.
Find another spot for him in your organization.
Maggie, I'm already criticized for the number of relatives, of people that I have.
Well, you'd never be criticized for taking on a man like Mitch Collins. With his work at the zoo, your office would gain much-needed prestige.
Well, it would get him out of the zoo, wouldn't it? Maggie, you know, you should have been a politician.
Yes. Now, offer him a good position, one that he can't turn down.
Oh, I've got the exact spot for her.
Good morning, Mr. Mayor.
Good morning. How are you? Becker, that's the first thing you have to do. Get rid of all these grubby kids. Kids attract more kids.
Boss, I'm not the one to run this place.
You're perfect. I'm surprised I didn't think you in the first place. Can you beat that? They really do have a kissing bear here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, hello, Mayor Philbrick. So nice to see you.
Oh, Councilman Parsons. What are you doing here?
Oh, I thought I'd take the day off, bring my granddaughter Monica out here. You remember Monica, don't you?
Oh, yes, and how are you today, little girl? Well.
How are you, Monica?
I see you're playing hooky, too.
Oh, no. Actually, I'm here on business.
That Mitch Collins is doing a good job. That appointment was a stroke of genius, Mr. Mayor.
Well, thank you.
And that kissing bear is really a topper. He seems to like your assistant.
He does? Becker, come over here.
Well, we have to be moving along. See the monkeys. Give the mayor a nice big hug and kiss, honey. Bye-bye, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah, good to see you.
Gee, where'd you get the ice cream?
Never mind where I got the ice cream. That's the sort of thing we're here to put a stop to, and you over there kissing the bear.
I couldn't help it. I was just watching him, and he just started kissing me.
No wonder I'm always in trouble. If you weren't married to my sister, how I talk to Mitch Collins, you just keep your mouth shut.
Well, if I have to keep my mouth shut, why'd you make me come down here?
When I appoint your zookeeper, I want to tell people that you've had some experience. The least thing you can do is walk through here a couple of times without kissing everything you see. Mitch, how are you?
Oh, fine, Mr. Mayor. What's the matter with your ear there?
Oh, it's nothing.
Well, we haven't seen you in a while.
Well, you know how it is down at City Hall. We're busy down there, but we're not too busy to keep our eye on you.
Well, I hope you don't mind my charging admission. It was the only way we could bring in new animals without...
Oh, no. On the contrary, I think that was a stroke of genius. Yes, I think that was the one. In fact, you're a real get-upper and doer.
Well, thank you.
As a matter of fact, you're too good for this place. I've been talking to my advisors about you, and we all agree it's time that we moved you up in my organization.
Move me up?
Yes. How would you like to be the assistant mayor of Morgan City?
Assistant mayor? Are you serious?
No, I've never been more serious in my life.
Well, what about Mr. Becker?
Who? Oh, Mr. Becker, I've got other plans for him.
I don't know what to say. I mean, you caught me completely unawares.
I think it's something you shouldn't rush into. You ought to give a lot of thought.
Would you keep out of this? Now, your family and your friends are going to be very proud of you, Mitch. It's the opportunity of a lifetime.
Well, yes, I know it is, but frankly, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I just kind of feel overwhelmed.
Well, of course you do. Why don't you just go home, talk it over with your family? You don't have to let me know until tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Oh, we move very fast in my administration. You're gonna have to get used to that. Mr. Assistant Mayor. Becker.
Now, Rosemary, you're gonna take care of the camel. You're gonna have to make sure he only eats 6 carrots a day. If he eats more, he might get digestion and get sick. At least that's what old Al says.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, Nancy. Oh, Mitch.
Mrs. Hardwick.
I'm so happy for you. Nancy.
Oh, thanks.
Bye-bye, Mrs. Hardwick.
What's she so happy about?
Well, your new job as assistant mayor.
Well, how'd she know about that?
Well, she knows everything that happens in this town.
She sure does.
Oh, Mitch, I'm so happy for you, too. Congratulations, dear. Come on.
Noah? You're up pretty late, aren't you?
I thought I'd bring you some milk.
Thanks.
What you doing?
Just straightening out the books from the zoo.
'Cause you're gonna leave? What am I going to tell the kids? They're planning on working at the zoo all summer.
I know. I'll talk to them, Noah. They'll find other things to do.
Yeah, but they won't like other things as much. Dad, do you really want to work for the mayor?
Well, sometimes you have to do something you don't really want to do.
On account of you're going to make more money?
No, it's not that. It's just that when you get to be my age, you have to sort of look to accomplishing things in life. I've never done very much, you know.
You have, Dad, at the zoo.
Thanks, Noah. You may be a little prejudiced, but thanks. Night.
Not Dad.
A quarter. Who'd have thought that I'd be asked for a quarter to go into the zoo?
You don't have to pay it if you can't afford it. It's just kind of a donation to take care of the new animals.
I see. The new animals, huh? Thank you very much. Say, that's a mighty fine Wallace goat you have here.
Sure is pretty, isn't he, mister?
He sure is. I see you've got quite a lot of children working here.
Yeah, sure lots of fun.
Can you tell me where I can find Mr. Collins?
He's up in the next pen with a deer named Bambi.
Bambi? That's a mighty fine name for a deer.
There. That ought to do it for a while. Till she bumps it again.
Gee, Dad, you're a good doctor. Dad, it's old Al. Hi.
Hi, Noah.
Hi.
Nice to see you, Mitch.
We missed you, Al.
Yeah, where have you been, old Al?
Oh, I've been fishing. And I brought some home for Pancho and his friends.
Gee, thanks. I'll go feed the penguins.
Seems like you have a lot of help around here.
Oh, yes. I could never do it without them. Al, I don't know whether you're looking for a job, but
Oh, no. I'm not looking for a job. I'm retired. I just thought I'd come in and have a look around and see how things are going.
I see.
You know, Mitch, you're doing a good job here. Of course, I didn't think I'd ever be saying it to you, but you are. Oh, you may not know it, but you're accomplishing a lot.
Accomplishing a lot? What do you mean?
I mean about the zoo and the children. How they love the zoo. You know, I can remember when I was a little fella, I always wanted to work in the zoo. And when I grew up, I did. And of course, these youngsters here have got more going for them than ever I had. The chance of a good education, for one thing. Someday, I suppose, they'll grow up important people. But I don't care how important they are. They'll never forget the joys of the golden summer days spent at the zoo. And that's where you're doing a good job, Mitch. You're making the golden days possible.
Is that true, Al? Will they really remember?
They'll remember every little thing. How is Gummy?
Hmm?
I said, how is Gummy?
Fine. Just fine. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that. I mean, maybe he's not fine. I mean, nobody's taken his blood pressure in over a week.
In over a week?
Yeah. Well, you know how kids are. I mean, they're great with the younger animals, but with the older ones, they have trouble. I mean, they're always forgetting how many carrots to feed the old camel.
That could be trouble.
Yeah. Al, do you think maybe you could stay on here and kind of help me handle some of these problems? I couldn't pay you much.
I don't need much. You say you haven't taken Gummy's blood pressure in over a week? But I think I'll go down and give the old fella a look over. You see the medical chest's down in the shack still?
Sure. I'll walk down with you.
Oh, you
have to make a phone call.
Hey, Dad! Where are you and old Al going now?
Down to the shack. Al needs his medical kit. He's going to be working with us from now on.
Dad, does that mean you're going to stay at the zoo?
Sure. Where else would I go?
Gee, Dad, that's terrific. We're going to have a great zoo.
That's right, Noah. Between you and your friends and Al and me, we'll probably have the best zoo in the whole world.
Mr. Mayor.
Morning, Charlie.
Paper this morning, Mr. Mayor?
Charlie, how many times do I have to tell you I don't read the morning paper?
I thought maybe you wanted one this morning.
Well, I don't. My picture's not in that thing again, is it?
No, but they're congratulating you.
Congratulating me?
The morning paper? Let's see that, Charlie. Congratulations are due to Mayor Philbrick in appointing Mitch Collins as zookeeper. He has selected a person who is doing a much better job running the zoo than he is running the city. I'll take one, Charlie.
You will do nothing of the kind. If it isn't bad enough, I have that incendiary press leveling scurrilous attacks against me, but you want to patronize them.
Sorry, boss.
I'll tell you Becker, something has got to be done. The zoo getting all this publicity, Collins going crazy, bringing in new animals, and all those grubby little kids running around there. I tell you, it's disgusting. At this rate, the new art museum will never go through.
Well, frankly, boss, I never thought it had much chance anyway.
Oh, you didn't, huh? You didn't think it had much of a chance. Well, I'll tell you, it had better go through, because if it doesn't go through, I won't get reelected. And if I don't get reelected, you are out of a job. Because I don't know of anybody else that would hire you but me.
Excuse me. Here's a list of vacations that need your okay.
Oh, don't bother me with that now.
But some are supposed to leave right away.
Oh, right, vacations. Half of these people don't do anything anyway. What is your name doing on here?
Oh, I haven't had a vacation since last summer.
Well, you can just forget about it. I've got all these problems, and you want to go on a vacation? Oh, here's another one for you. Doc Wilbanks down at the health department. What those people do down there at that health department, I'll never know. They ought to be out investigating conditions at that zoo. All those animals jammed together down there, and that simple bear running around kissing everybody. Talk about your unsanitary conditions. Well, that's it, Becker.
It is? What is?
Get out of the way. Gertrude.
Yes, sir.
Get me Doc Wilbanks at the health department and tell him I'll pick him up in 5 minutes.
But, Mr. Mayor, he wanted to leave on his vacation right away.
Get this thing fixed. She doesn't sound right to me. I don't care about his vacation. He's got a health problem to solve. Get out of the way, will you? There's always have to be a crowd in here.
Well, it is a bit run down, sir. But frankly, before we can take any action, we must find some violation of a health regulation.
It's been my experience that if you look long enough, you can find a regulation against almost anything.
Well, we've never found things quite that simple down at the department where you...
Oh, you haven't you? Now, you listen to me. The city spends thousands of dollars a year on your department to ferret out health violations. Now, you ferret out one here.
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
I'll get with Collins and the vaccination papers. In the meantime, Wilbanks, you dig.
Yes, sir.
Just laziness. I don't know how we run this city with department heads like that.
I know just what you mean, boss. I've been fighting that sort of thing for years.
There they are. It's getting to me. It's getting so I hate to come down here anymore.
Master Mayor.
Hello, how are you, little girl? You don't know where Mr. Collins is, do you?
Yeah, he's at the Lion's house feeding dummies. Bye, Master Mayor.
Oh, hello there, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Becker. What can I do for you?
Well, Mitch, I'm a little concerned. I've come across a health problem.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What's the matter with you?
Oh, no, nothing the matter with me. No. The problem is here at the zoo.
Oh, well, what problem?
Well, it's about these new animals that you've brought in. Of course, I've got nothing against your bringing in new animals, but there are certain health requirements that... Becker, stay up here. I want you to be part of this, too. Stay right here where the action is. Come right up.
Well, what health requirements?
Well, there are, what I would like to know is, among other things, have these animals... Get away from... Have these animals, have they been...
Been what?
Have they been vaccinated?
Axa what?
Have they been vaccinated?
What is it, Mr. Mayor? You really don't look very well.
Have they been vaccinated? Huh?
Help me. You all right, boss? Here you are. Come here. There you go.
Oh, thank goodness you're here, Becker. They're trying to kill me, boy. Oh, they're trying to kill me.
Nobody was trying to kill you. That was just a case of mistaken identity.
Mistaken identity, my foot. That beast tried to attack me. I heard him growl.
That wasn't a growl. That was a yawn.
Something happens to me every time I come here. This isn't a zoo, it's a circus. What did you find out?
Well, I did find something, sir.
Oh, good. I mean, what is it?
Ordinance 4414 of the Public Health Code states that all animals brought into the public zoo of Morgan City must be isolated from the animals already domiciled therein for a period of no less than 30 days.
Oh, well, I'm certainly glad that we found that out.
Huh?
Oh, well, I mean, I tried to warn you, Mitch, about bringing new animals in here. I felt down deep something tragic would happen.
Well, there's nothing tragic about this. These animals have all been vaccinated. They're perfectly healthy. There's no problem.
You don't understand these health laws, Mitch. Of course, they're healthy today, but tomorrow, well, a plague could run rampant right through the zoo.
Oh, come, Mr. Mayor, that's ridiculous.
No, we can't take any chances.
Well, we're not taking any chances.
Mitch, the law is the law. No plague right through. Oh, my God, we can't have, those new animals, they can't stay here, at least for a period of,
30 days.
Well, how am I going to get rid of them?
Oh, do what? Well, I guess you have to just to give them back to their original owners.
I don't even know who the original owners are.
Well, they cannot stay here. Becca will come by tomorrow and make sure that they're all gone.
But, Mr. Mayor...
Good day, gentlemen.
Tomorrow? How am I going to get rid of them by tomorrow? Hi, Nancy. Hi, honey.
Before you say anything, Mom, Dad can explain the whole thing.
Huh?
Mitch, will you tell me what's happening?
Well, it's just a little thing with the medical inspector down at the zoo. We had to bring a couple of the animals home until we get some new cages built. There's really no problem at all, honey.
No problem at all having animals in our backyard?
Well, believe me, there was nothing I could do, Nancy.
Honest, Mom. The mayor said we had to get rid of them.
Well, putting them in our backyard, that's not getting rid of them.
All right, tomorrow I'll call the Center City Zoo and talk them into taking them. I promise, all of them.
Well, all right, but tomorrow for sure. Mitch, there's none in the house.
Well, not in the house proper.
There are a few in the basement, Mom. But we don't use that for much anyway.
Okay, I'll call back then. Bye. Can you imagine? I mean, of all the luck. Manager of the Center City Zoo is on vacation.
All the luck.
Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Collins.
Come right in, Ralph.
Well, I don't think Jen's quite ready, Ralph.
Oh, that's okay. I'll just wait around. Gee, those sandwiches look good.
Would you like one?
Well, I guess I could maybe have a small one. How are things out at the zoo, Mr. Collins?
Just splendid, Ralph. Just splendid.
That's good. I knew you'd make a go of it.
What is that?
It's a duck.
I know it's a duck. What's it doing in my bathtub?
Well, I had to put it somewhere. And how was I supposed to know you were going to take a bath?
How long do we have to put up with this?
Noah, take that duck and put it out in the backyard.
But, Mom, it needs water.
They can live a long time without water, Noah.
What are you doing in here?
Yeah, what are you doing here?
Well, I didn't know she was going to take a bath.
That's the whole problem. Nobody knew you were going to take a bath.
There's a lot bigger problem than that. have one party a year, Mitch. We pay back everyone with one party a year.
Yes, I understand, Nancy.
Do you know how long I've worked to get the house ready for this one party?
I know. I mean...
5 weeks.
Yes,
Every day for 5 weeks.
You've worked very hard.
Yes, and now tonight, the very night before, you bring a bunch of animals home from the zoo.
Nice to see you, Nancy. Mitch.
Miss Hardwick.
I don't think you know my niece Viola. She has a lovely singing voice.
Hello, Viola.
Viola, how are you?
And of course, dear Reverend Hodgkins.
Reverend Hodgkins, so nice of you to come.
Oh, my pleasure, Nancy. Nice to see you.
Oh, Mayor. Oh, Mrs. Philbrick, how nice to see you.
Hello, Nancy.
Mayor.
How are you?
Fine. Mr. Becker?
What are you doing here?
Huh?
Mitch, the mayor was invited.
Oh, sorry.
What an awful thing to say to the mayor.
What'd you invite him for?
Remember the day you were offered that position in his administration?
Yeah.
Well, Mrs. Philbrick called to congratulate us on it. I felt the least I could do was to invite them to our party.
Well, I'm going to propose a toast to the Collinses, and I want you to do something for me. What are you going to offer a toast for? There are a lot of people here. Give me a chance to make a little speech. You can't afford to let opportunities like this go by, Becker. Well, what do you want me to do? I will go out in the middle of the floor and introduce myself, and then you will start clapping. That way we will get some spontaneous applause started. How can it be spontaneous applause if I'm the only one that's clapping? You won't be the only one that's clapping. Stop making that silly noise.
Attention! Attention! I am sure, with a little encouragement, we can have my niece Viola sing for us.
Feed them again. I mean, they're all awake now. We can't have them howling all night.
Okay. Socrates! Come back here! Socrates! No, don't go there!
It was lovely, dear.
That was one of Noah's pets.
Cute, huh? It's one of my son's pets.
Oh, well, all kids have pets.
Reverend Hotchkins, I did so love your sermon last week.
Indeed, I'm so glad you did. Of course, the Good Samaritan has been a subject for sermons throughout the ages, but I do think I gave it a certain flair.
Reverend, thou shalt not steal.
Pardon me?
Excuse me. Hildegard. It's all right, honey. Here we go, Hildegard. It's a girl. Come on. Back to bed.
I see your husband has a pet, too.
It was a disaster, Mitch. That's what it was, a disaster.
Nancy, you're being self-conscious. The party wasn't that bad.
I think I have it working now.
Now's too late.
I'm going to break that Socrates if it takes all year.
If it takes that long, I'm not going to be here.
Nancy, I promise you, I'll get rid of them.
Now, watch this. I'll do this about 8 times, then it'll be broke for sure. Isn't that great, Mom?
Just great, Noah.
Gee, Mom's not in a very good mood this morning.
She has a point, Noah.
You know, Ralph, it was really nice seeing your parents last night. Did they enjoy the party?
Oh, yeah. Dad usually gets bored at parties, but I guess yours was different. He said it was the weirdest party he's ever been at. Good morning, Mr. Collins.
You and your big mouth. Nancy, I'm sorry. You know I didn't mean to embarrass you.
It's not only that, Mitch.
And I'll get rid of the animals just as soon as I can.
It's not only that either.
Well, what is it?
It's the zoo, Mitch. It's not going to work. Don't you see it?
Nancy, we haven't
You have no money to work with. Every time you turn around, the mayor blocks you. That's why we have animals in the basement. I want you to be happy, Mitch, but can't you see this whole zoo thing is silly? Everyone says so.
Who's everyone?
Well, I can't help but hear what people say. Well, you're kind of a laughingstock.
A laughingstock? Is that what people think? Okay, let them. I don't care. Sure, I could have worked for the mayor, had a title and been a stooge, but I didn't want that. So I'm a zookeeper, and it's a real funny zoo, and I guess that makes me real funny, too.
Well, Mitch,
But let me tell you something. Maybe it's because of Noah, and maybe it's because of all the kids. But for the first time in my life, I'm proud of what I'm doing. I like it. And people can laugh all they want to, but I'm not gonna quit. I'm gonna make a go of that place. Now, you better understand that.
Yes, I understand, Mitch.
Good.
Hi, Dad.
And I don't care what you or Ralph's father think about it. You understand?
Yes, Dad. Gee, Mom, I've never seen Dad act that way before.
Neither have I. But you know something? I think I like it.
Okay, a raccoon and a skunk for him? Nope. A raccoon and a skunk and a possum? Now you're getting close. Hey, Dad! Rabbits!
I see. Hey, kind of cute.
Can I trade a raccoon, a skunk, and a possum for him?
Well, we got plenty of raccoons, possums, and skunks, but we don't have any baby rabbits.
We don't have any baby anything. Hey, Dad! Why don't we have a children's zoo? Everybody will come out to see it.
Well, I guess they would, no, but we can't really afford anything like that.
Why not? We've got lots of animals that we can trade for babies. Other zoos might like the animals we have.
Yeah, why not, Mr. Collins?
A children's zoo. Why not?
You're making Gummy excited.
But old Al, this is important.
Right now, nothing is more important than Gummy's blood pressure. And by making a noise, you're sending it up.
But old Al, I thought you wanted his blood pressure to go up.
Don't ask me silly questions. Go and tell your father I'll be with him in a few minutes.
Bunch of nonsense. There used to be peace here once. No trouble at all. Now you hear a lot of fools running about, calling out baby animals, baby animals. No wonder your blood pressure's going up.
Dad?
What?
Something's wrong with old Al.
What do you mean?
Well, he's acting kind of funny. Like he's mad about something.
Yeah, I noticed that, too. I guess he has something on his mind. Oh, hi, Al. I just had a call from Charlottesville. They've offered me 15 different babies.
What have we given for them?
Nothing. I mean, no animals.
Do you mean that, Mitch?
That's right. I'm through trading.
Ah, this is wonderful. Too wonderful. No more trading.
You know what? We're going to be the finest zoo in the state.
Gee, Dad, old Al's just like he was before. He's happy again. Why?
Oh, I guess maybe he was worried that sooner or later I'd be trading Gummy. Or the camel or some of the older animals.
Gee, you wouldn't do that, would you, Dad?
No, of course not. But that's what he was worried about.
How come he loves those old animals so much?
Well, they're his old friends, Noah. I guess there's no friend like an old friend. Especially when you're old.
See the baby zoo. It's for the children. See the baby zoo. See the baby animals. Visit the zoo. Hello, Mr. Assistant Mayor.
Well, hello there, little girl. What do you have there?
It's a paper about the animals.
Animals?
Yeah, Mr. Collins is bringing 2 whole trucks full down the main street for the children's zoo. Why don't you come and bring your children?
I don't have any children.
Don't? That's too bad.
Huh?
Well, you'll like them anyway. Bye, Mr. Mayor.
Mayor? Well, goodbye.
I'm sorry, I mean Mr. Assistant Mayor.
Oh, that's all right.
See the baby zoo. Go to the zoo and see the baby animals.
See the baby animals. The new children's zoo. To be driven down Center Street at 1 o'clock today. Come out and watch and then come out and visit the zoo.
1 o'clock, huh? You know, if I went out to lunch at 12:30, I could run over to Clearview and pick up my little nephew. He's kind of a nut about animals.
You're not going anywhere, and there's not going to be any parade.
Boss, it's not a parade. It's only 2 truckloads of animals.
Don't you tell me what a parade is. I know what to get out of it. Gertrude, get me the chief of police. Becker, it's your job to stop this sort of thing. Why do I have to do everything myself?
Who would ever believe it?
Rolf, be careful.
4:30 in the morning or 4:30 in the afternoon. No, we have to do it at high noon when the whole town's out in the street.
We want people to see.
Hey, will you cut that out?
We have to get people to look.
Too many people are looking already.
Isn't that Jen over there?
Over where? Now look what you've done.
Hi, Dan. This boy's having a little trouble with his horn.
That's not it, Mitch. I'm afraid you can't drive these animals through town.
Why?
No parade permit.
Parade permit? You call these 2 trucks a parade?
I'm sorry, Mitch. We have our orders.
I don't know why you're accosting me. I'm an innocent victim.
I'm not accosting anybody. All I know is you've got a pin stuck in your horn. Now that sounds to me like deliberate disturbing of the peace.
But I didn't do that. He did.
Squealer!
No, Pete, I'm sure there was no intention to...
All right, Mitch, just so you get the trucks off the main street. Now, young fella, you show me your license, you can be on your way.
Well, I should hope so. Skidding so a law-abiding citizen can't even drive a car anymore without being...
accosted?
I'm afraid I left my wallet in my other pants.
I am sorry. Well, we'll just stop by the station.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
Mitch, we've had a lot of trouble with kids driving without any license. We just have to take them down long enough, check it out. You can understand that, can't you?
Sure.
What do you mean, sure? This is police brutality of the worst sort.
I know. Come on.
They'll just get in touch with his parents and have them bring the license down. It's policy.
Yeah. No, you stay with the trucks. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Where is he?
He's in there, but he's busy right now.
Too bad.
Mr. Collins!
Now, Mitch, how are you? You know Mrs. Hardwick, and this is Mr. Strait. He's the president of the city council, and, well, this is certainly a surprise.
You bet it's a surprise. Why did you have your police stop me?
Oh, Mitch, they're not my police.
They're not? What's with the parade permit for the trucks?
Well, I don't make the laws.
And having one of my drivers arrested.
Arrested? Why? Well, you heard me. Why? I didn't give the order for anybody to be arrested.
Of course not. He just wants to make sure there's no zoo, that's all.
Mitch, you might as well face it. That's why we're meeting here today. Now, we're planning to build an art gallery and tear down the zoo.
Wait a minute. What do you mean, tear down the zoo? You never told me that.
Admittedly, things were done wrong, Mitch. But the art gallery is in the best interest of the community.
If it's like everything else around here, it's in the best interest of the mayor.
Now, you listen to me, Collins. I don't have to take that kind of talk from you.
Good. Just a minute, please. I'm not interested in politics. My only concern is in the cultural interest of the community.
But there's more than the cultural interest to consider. Mrs. Hardwick, do you know what that zoo means to the children?
I think you're exaggerating that. I'm sure that the zoo doesn't mean much of anything to anybody.
I don't either.
It means a lot to me.
Well, you certainly have every right to oppose us.
I most certainly will.
Well, now, the council is having a meeting next Thursday, Mitch. I can assure you everything will be done in the most democratic manner.
Councilman, when was the last time you were out at the zoo?
Oh, about 5 years ago, I guess. Why?
Well, don't you think it would be fair and democratic if you and the rest of the councilmen came out to the zoo to see the progress we've made?
Sounds as if it would be in order. All right, I'll get them out there before the meeting.
Fine. fine. Good day, everyone.
He could cause us trouble, Bernard.
Oh, Maggie, you don't foresee any trouble, do you, Councilman?
None at all.
He still worries me.
He's just one man, Maggie. What can one man do?
Ralph? Ralph? Will you pay attention and hand me the nail?
I've never seen anything like it. It's got to be unhygienic.
Ralph, you don't have to kiss the bear. Just hand me the nail.
Rosemary, what do you think you're doing? Well, you want her to look pretty when the council chamber gets here, don't you?
Okay, kids. You might as well put them back in their pens. They're not coming.
Gee, Dad, why, Mr. Collins?
What's the matter, Mitch?
Oh, some special business came up.
The mayor.
Guess I should have expected it. They invited me over to talk. Guess I have to go.
Mitch, you'll only be disappointed again. There's too much against you.
I know, they probably won't even listen. But we've come too far to give up now, right? Right.
That crummy council. Yeah, they won't even look at the animals. They'll look at all those paintings, though. If only they could see our animals. They'd see how great they are. Yeah, they sure are beautiful. Hey, Noah, if the council won't come to see the animals, why don't we take the animals to see the council? Hey, that's a great idea. It is? Yeah.
Mr. Mayor, try to understand me. I have nothing against an art museum. All I'm saying is don't destroy the zoo.
Well, unfortunately, there is no other choice. It's the only city property available.
But, Mr. Mayor, how many places...
Mitch, the zoo has served its purpose in the past, and now its time is over.
Mr. Collins, most of us here have children or grandchildren. Now, we're certainly concerned, but the children's interest in the zoo isn't what you think it is.
Well, of course it isn't, Collins. You're blowing this whole thing out of proportion. Feel about children? Why, our City Hall Christmas party, where I play Santa Claus, is second to none.
Mr. Mayor, we're discussing the zoo.
We are discussing the art gallery. The zoo is past history. Ladies and gentlemen, the time for talking is past. It is now time to vote. And as chief executive of this city, I think it is only proper that I should cast the first vote. Therefore, I propose... Good heavens, what's that?
Sergeant at Arms, where is it? There must be one here someplace. We never have a meeting with... The council wouldn't come to see the animals, so we brought the animals to see the council.
Good boy.
Sergeant at Arms, every time I need the man, he's not there.
Grandma. Hi, Grandma. Peter. Paul. Hi, Grandma.
Sergeant at Arms, where is it? There must be one here someplace. We never have a meeting with Becker. Where is Becker? Every time I need the man, he's not there. Becker! I've got all these problems, and you're carrying on with that bear.
I can't help it, boss. I think he likes me.
Well, what are you doing here?
We came to save the zoo, Grandma.
Sergeant at Arms! Oh, for heaven's sake! Where is he? Isn't there anybody around when you need them?
You were calling me, Mr.
Well,
Mayor?
of course I was calling you. I want this room cleared. What kind of order do you call that? Put that thing down and clear the room.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I have a virtual riot on my hands, and I'm surrounded by nitwits. Get away from me. Don't worry about it, Councilman. We're going to get the room cleared, and then we'll get on with the voting.
Bernard, isn't he wonderful?
Then how come you want to tear down the zoo?
Well, it's not that I wanted to do it. It's just better for everybody, that's all.
It's not better for us, Grandma.
Well, Becker, at least you got rid of that bear. You're not Becker. You're not even on the council. Get him out of here. Who let him in here?
You know, Mr. Mayor, my friends aren't going to like you if you tear down the zoo.
What do I care about your friends? I don't care about your friends. Can we have the council chambers cleared?
Oh, Bernard, will you stop banging that infernal gavel and have some fun like everybody else? Now, boys, where's that baby elephant you wanted to show me?
Over by the door, Grandma. Noah's riding him.
Oh, Bernard, isn't this wonderful?
Oh, yes, that's wonderful. Well, that's it, Becker. I'm through. There goes Mrs. Hardwick's money. There goes the museum. Can you imagine what the morning paper will do to me? I tell you, Becker, it's the end of an era.
Well, it's all right for you. You can always go back to your job at the dairy, but I have to live by my wits. You know, boss, we should have known better than to fight kids and animals. They'll beat you every time.
Well, it's too late to bring that up now.
Yeah, by this time, old Lady Hardwick has probably decided to donate all her dough to the zoo.
Yes, how could you do this to me? I've always liked dogs. Well, that's it, Becker. That's it. The new Mayor Bernard J. Philbrick Municipal Zoo. Oh, you're going to have a cage right down front. Here, Becker. Maggie! And so a long-standing dream of mine has at last been fulfilled. And we have ended that long journey and arrived at that glorious day, the day of groundbreaking for the new Bernard J. Philbrick Municipal Zoo.
Dad, isn't it funny how you did all the work and the mayor takes all the credit for it?
Well, that's just kind of the way life is, Noah. You'll have to get used to things like that.
I think the record will show that this administration has not always followed the easy road. I think the record will show this administration has not always followed the easy road. Becker. You all didn't come here just to hear me talk. Little humor there. So, without further ado, so I, Bernard Philbrick, do formally break ground for the new Mayor Philbrick Municipal Zoo. Nice to see you. Oh, nice to see you.
Well, congratulations, boss.
Thank you, Becker, thank you.
I guess this means another term for you, huh?
Yes, I think it does.
Congratulations, Mitch.
Thanks, Al.
That man talks so much, I almost miss my rounds. I hope Gummy isn't upset.
Dad, I hate the idea of tearing down the old zoo. Sure was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Funnest summer I ever had. You know, I'll just never forget it.
Come on, let's take a stroll. Here we are.
Noah, you know, I'll bet we'll have the best zoo in the whole world.
I bet too, Dad.